nikaketi tukabonga karibu masaa mawili, ananiuliza maswali za kunipima akili, akaniuliza kani kuna simu mimi, nikampa 0721 nini na kuanzia siku hiyo si tukawa marafiki, lakini sio kama press.
You know about that? That's Bamboo doing a track called Nisime, and it means forgive me, right? Did I get that right, Bamboo?
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's some real beautiful music, man. It's some real beautiful music. So how'd you get open on hip hop?
Well, I mean, I was born in Kenya, but when I was about, not even 1 year old, I came out here with my family. My father brought us out, and I grew up in Inglewood until I was about 16, and then my folks decided to send me to boarding school in Africa.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
That's a little bit different than the wood, huh?
Yeah. So that was crazy for me. So and it just full of events. I mean, I'd have to write you a book, but it was I was there for about 10 years, and when I finished high school, I got into, just music. This was back around, 93, 94. Snoop Dogg had just dropped.
I see a good film there. Some kid born in Africa comes here till he's 16, gets sent back to boarding school, gets open on hip-hop, keeps it real.
Yeah.
All right, I'm taking calls here from producers who want I'll option the story with Bamboo. That's right. Get myself attached. Get your story told. What do you say?
Cool.
All right, cool. But when you went back, was it something that you brought back some of the music, rhythms, and things you had been experiencing here, and then, or was it completely different? You were opened up by what you were hearing there. What was that process like for you as an artist?
I mean, when I left LA, I was, it was a point in time. Snoop Dogg had just dropped Doggy Style, so I mean, I went over there, and I'm listening to my headphones. I'm going to Africa. Okay, at least to a certain extent, there's no racism. We don't have to deal with that, and I was feeling, cheered up about it. But when I got there, it was a culture shock for me.
Yeah, I bet.
Huge culture shock, from America to a third world country.
Yeah.
So I mean, it was a real eye opener, man. If you never leave the States, you would think the whole world is just like here.
Right. Because that's extending your vision, right? And this is the problem with like privilege entitlement. You start thinking that everyone has this experience.
Yeah. So I went to school. I went straight into boarding school, and that I went in the Form 2, and that's like the 11th grade or 10th grade. And then it was crazy because over here, you basically got 4 subjects, and then you get 2 electives.
Right.
Over there, you get 13 subjects and maybe 1 or 2 electives. 13, I mean, like
right.
Really,
they just crammed you.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So I mean, it was crazy. And then I got out of I finished high school. And I even how I did that, I really don't know. I'm like, whoa, man, God must have had a plan for a brother or something.
Apparently, wanted you on a plane back. Hey, Mercy, let me ask you. You're a singer. How does your work as a singer integrate in or fit in with Kenyan hip hop?
Oh wow, Kenyan hip hop. I
Or
am
does it
the young
integrate
Kenyan. Yes, it does. It does fit into it because Kenyan hip hop. I do not do traditional music. I do more R&B and neo soul, but my style is Afro R&B and neo soul. So when I met up with these guys, I remember doing my first single, which is called Sitaki,
right.
which means I don't want, about backbiters and stuff like that. I mean, it was to bring
haters.
Exactly.
Haters.
Right. Yeah.
In fact, we were the first people to ever do that style and genre of music. There was nobody who had put Afro, neo soul or R&B and hip hop back at home, and in fact in East Africa,
and put it together and done a video for it,
and put a video
and
for
put it out to the public.
Right.
Yeah.
That was the
put a
first.
video to. Let me ask you, because we got a Kenyan label man in the house. What's up, man? How you doing?
Hey, what's going on, man?
All right. What's up? Tell people about your label. We just got a couple minutes left, but I really want to get to you and find out, like, Are you ruining hip hop in Africa with your commercialism?
No.
You gotta tell me. You gotta keep it real. Keeps it real.
Actually, Project 254 Records is an indie label that we just formed here, specifically to market Bamboo, Mercy, and Attitude. Mm-hmm. That was the purpose. So we wanted to come in here, come in the game, and build this thing from the ground up. I just believed in their talent so much, so I was like, Attitude, who happens to be Mercy's fiance, good friend of mine, we were about to start marketing his album.
Right.
And when we were about to start the marketing and promotion for his album, he said, you know what, if we're going to do this, let's do this right.
Yeah,
let's get my boys in, So I said, all right. let's get Bamboo in, let's get Mercy in. Harry Kimani is missing, but he's gonna be here soon.
Right. We're gonna go on someone from Attitude too.
Yeah. So we just said, man, let's just do it. I mean, we don't get it twisted. We're not a major label right now.
Right.
We coming from the ground up.
I'm just checking because I want you to ruin it. Ruin it back home. You know what I'm saying?
And one thing about our label is they have total creative control. I have nothing to do with what they put out.
Right.
I just deal with marketing, promotion, management, stuff like that.
Now we also got the writer for the film in the house, Russell. What's up, man? How you doing?
Hey, how you doing?
Good. So how'd you get involved in writing all this? Like this film is a tremendous accomplishment. Hip hop comedy, African hip hop explosion. What was it like to approach looking at all this footage and trying to make some sense of it?
Well, Mike came up with the idea after he went to Kenya and he saw things that were happening. He was like, we gotta do a film about this.
Right.
He was really enthusiastic about it. So we started researching issues, different music and seeing the kind of work that was coming from back home. It was just so empowering.
Yeah.
And more than that, it was just to help us because for so long, Africa has like a desolate image, and with hip hop, it's coming to help us upgrade the image of Africa. Because every time you hear about Africa, it's a jungle, it's war, it's disease. But hip hop kind of sets up a plateau.
Is that true?
Yeah.
Is that what people say about Africa?
That's what
Because I don't watch CNN.
Shows.
I know they're haters.
That's what they show. That's what they show. Right,
exactly.
And they want to make us look like we live in huts and whatever. Man, actually, in Africa, there's skyscrapers, cities. The average man has a cell phone and whatnot.
Exactly.
Jobs.
Let me tell folks that this film is amazing documentary. I really love it, called Hip Hop Comedy, the African Hip Hop Explosion. It's going to be playing tomorrow night at 6 p.m. at the Magic Johnson's Theater at 3650 Martin Luther King Jr. Boulevard. It's a block west of Crenshaw. And we're going to go out on some music. Excuse me. Oh, sorry, I have a little bit of a cold. This is from Attitude. It's called Shut Up. And I really want to thank all you folks for coming in today. And I will let folks know it's playing tomorrow night at 6 p.m. and Tuesday at 1:20 p.m. Definitely check it out. Run, don't walk. It's amazing. You can also go to the website hiphopcolony.com and check it. Let's give a listen to. Let's go out on some music from one of the other folks from this indie label. This cat's name is Attitude. And this is called Shut Up. Let's give a listen. Thanks so much, man. Sorry we had to break through it so quick, but I really appreciate you coming through, man. Thanks so much for coming through. Absolutely, I'm gonna come through to check it for sure. Nice meeting you, sister. Nice meeting you, bro. Thanks so much for coming through. Absolutely, thank you.
I can't believe we resorted to this. Constant arguments, not even the case.
Let me just do this transition. Stick around for 5 minutes. I'll get the disc back to you.
Got into a bottomless ditch.
You know how we do it, radio station style, LA, West Coast, yeah.
Dinners at 7:45.
Let's freak out, eh?
I always freak out.
When you're on stage?
I think